Hello everyone. Um, it is nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I cannot believe it. It's 1:54 p.m. on Tuesday, the 6th of September, 2022. I'm put on that greasy stuff on my hands because they're so dry. They're just cracking everywhere. But I figure since I'm making a video and not typing, I'm not going to put the gloves on. It's gorgeous outside. I wish I was outside instead of at my desk, but I have my assignment to do. Oh goodness. So I woke up, let me think. I set the alarm for this morning because I knew I had the Zoom meeting at 10 for the honours for philosophy. Well, it was an information session for honours for the arts. And as I've been saying, boss has been waking me up, but I didn't want to risk missing it, which is funny because I set the alarm for 8 and did exactly what I do without fail, which was snooze, snooze, snooze until it turned off. And thankfully, boss did wake me up, but it was 9 o'clock this morning. When I woke up, I felt dead to the world. Just pain, exhaustion. My body is like so tense. Like, I'm not sure if it's the combination of obviously walking more often, having to take so many meds, being at my desk for so many hours of a day, then changing the door handle around in my kitchen on the front door, and then starting to do stretching. So when I use the red thing for my arms, I've been doing squats as well, so all of me hurts even more than usual. And with it is this very intense tension. And at night time, I've been having to deal with restless leg syndrome, which is just not fun at all. So when I woke up today, I was just like, it was one of those days where every single part of me wanted to go back to bed. But obviously, I knew that I couldn't do that. I cannot have any time, like, how do I make this? Obviously, I need to take time for myself throughout the day, but I cannot take an entire day when it's Tuesday and my assignment needs to be submitted by Friday night. And I think I'm just like flabbergasted at myself, in all honesty, because I really don't know why it's taken this long. And I feel like it's almost, and I may have said this yesterday, I've spent so much time on my intro that I have like it's like I don't have enough brain power left for the rest of it. And part of me is concerned that, and obviously I'll never know the answer, but I can't help but wonder if throughout this time, like, I could have just kept one of the versions I'd had, and like, I know that I've been changing it because I've been missing parts and haven't referenced things properly, and like the reason I've been struggling on my discussion obviously is because the discussion needs to be written based on what the intro was and then the results of the study. And what can I say? It's not nearly as easy as I thought it would be. Which has been adding to like irritation. So like last night I wrote a post more for myself to remember, I think, in the sense of like it is unbelievably difficult to function in the level of pain that I'm in that is only being made more worse and more intense, driving my exhaustion and stress levels up. And then obviously needing to take medication. So it's like, what am I trying to say? Like, functioning at all, dealing with that is difficult. Functioning to the point where I'm writing a third-year psychology research lab report with all that going on, it is no flipping wonder I'm struggling, yeah? But I did attend the Zoom meeting this morning, and I'm so excited about philosophy honours, that I'm really focusing on the fact that I know it doesn't matter what grades I get for the remaining of my units for this degree as long as I pass. As I said to Graham though, when we had a chat, I've spoken to Randy and Graham today so far, and I said to him, I was like, I know it doesn't matter, but there's still that part of my brain, I'm going to think it's my ego, let's face it, that it's that perfectionist mindset. I don't believe that any of us choose to be these annoying, pretentious perfectionists. I'm not enjoying it. I don't consciously think I'm a perfectionist, but let's face it, it's very evidently clear that there is a part of me that thinks so, because I can't seem to let this shit go, and it's driving me insane. Yeah, so I'm focusing on, like I said, the fact that I just have to get through this to do my philosophy honours. Philosophy honours, though, I wrote a bunch of notes, and we are going to be seeing the slides, which is good. Though I will say the application to do honours is way more intense than I had any idea. It's completely different to doing an undergrad bachelor's degree. So what I learned today is that it was like we were told that it's better to do it full time, apparently, but obviously part-time is an option. There are no options to study over trimester 3 when it comes to honours, because basically what it is there's a number of units. So I think there's like 2 units in the first trimester and 2 units in the second trimester, and then each trimester has a thesis, and each thesis is 14,000 to 16,000 words, right? And the lady running it was like, look, obviously as undergrad students that sounds like crazy insane, but she told us to think of it like 4 chapters that are the equivalent to the size of essays that we're already writing. So another thing she said was, we have to know what we want to do our thesis on when we apply, because we actually have to include a written proposal for the thesis topic with our application that they will then decide whether they will allow or not, so to speak. So another thing though, which I was really excited about, is that she was like, so basically we think of something that we want to write it on, and I don't fully know what I want to do mine on yet. It'll obviously be big picture, worldwide, something to do with like evolution. I'm not sure. When, like off the top of my head, I would say, oh God, let me think. Okay, so out of all my philosophy units that I've done, Happiness and the Good Life was by far my favourite. I loved everything to do with happiness and the good life. And my lecturer was amazing. He was one of the coolest people I've ever met, and I would love it if he was my supervisor. So we were told that we can email the staff member who works in the area that we would like to do our thesis on and ask them if they would be willing to be our supervisor, which is very exciting. Now, obviously, I cannot apply until I'm going to graduate, so I won't be applying for the philosophy honours until the end of next year, which gives me heaps of time to figure out exactly what I want to do it on. Another good thing she said, and I'm really not sure if I would have thought of it myself, excuse me, bloody hell. All right. The other thing we were told was, obviously, a 16,000 word thesis is massive, right? I'm currently trying to do a 2,000 word essay assignment, doing my head in. Though I will say my lack of ability to be concise does help in the fact that I'm always over words, and it's usually I have to cut words. That's my thing, which is why I need to finish what I'm doing, because I need to cut words. Anyway, we were told that once we know what we want to do it on, like our thesis on, that we can start preparing in our own time. To even apply for the actual honours degree, like I said, we need to write a written proposal on the thesis topic we want to do, and that proposal must include a minimum of 10 sources. Now, that's not a part of the degree, that's the application to get into the degree. So it's really intense, far more than I had any idea. So again, going to say it, oh my God, thank God it's philosophy that I'm doing, because obviously that's why I joined uni. And it's my passion, because the lady was like, you need to start thinking about yourself as, like, obviously there's like history and there's sociology, and there was like a list of different things, and she's like, you need to think of yourself as a philosopher, for example. Well, I've been saying for years I'm a philosopher, because I know that I am one. So that part, easy. I can think of myself like that. Like I said, I've got lots of ideas, but not anything like concrete that I know I want to do yet, but plenty of time to think about it. So I'm feeling really excited about that. So my day started off well by the time I'd had my 3 morning coffees and my Ritalin and everything kicked in. Then I got a notification on my McDonald's app, right? So I use the app, as I've said, because I love their coffees. Most of all, I love the McDonald's chai lattes, because I've always found that if you order a chai latte in a cafe, it's hit and miss. Some are delicious, some are disgusting. McDonald's, on the other hand, always good. So, move my little footstool, that was what that noise was. Like I said, my legs hurt so flippin' bad. Anyway, I went into the app to check the notification I'd received, because it was like 25% off. And as we know, I like getting McDonald's after therapy. And I wanted to know what the minimum requirements were. So I went in to read it, and then the next thing I know, I'm getting a fucking notification that says your code is blah, 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 Tao drive-through. And I'm just like, oh my God, not again. What the hell? Like, I don't understand why when I go into McDonald's apps, it makes these stupid fucking bookings that I don't do. So that immediately irritated the fucking shit out of me, right? Now, I've mentioned it. I've been becoming irritated in the last couple of days. I'm very aware of this. I'm also aware that when it happens, the first thing I think of is I'm being tested. Do I stay calm? Do I get irritated? How do I react? Because obviously, as we know, I suffer from emotional dysregulation, and I'm working my ass off to not suffer from that. So I screenshot all the different things I had, and I sent an email to their customer service because, like I said, not the first time the app's done it to me. Thankfully, that means I have the contact details. So I did all of that. And then Randy wanted a quick chat because he read my assignment for me. I sent it to him yesterday, and he's nothing to do with psych, right? And he's already graduated. And I was like, if you read it and it makes sense to you, then that's a good thing. And he was going to read it last night, and then things came up and whatnot. And he asked me, what's the difference between an essay and a lab report? And because obviously, like I said, he's never done psych, right? And I basically said to him, the main difference is that this lab report is based on an actual real live research project. Like, the study is a legitimate psychology study, yeah? But when I spoke to him today, he told me he'd already read it and he thought it was really good and it made a lot more sense than I had been stressing about. So that has helped me feel better. I then spoke to Graham, and he was the one that told me I needed to get Discord. Now, I originally downloaded it the first time last year, and then I was like, I don't really understand why I need this, so I got rid of it. Then I got it again the last few days to talk to Graham. And I mentioned to him, Pete from Florida, hello, if you see this. I mentioned to Graham about what you had said about having a Discord group where people can go, like, so for me and my followers to interact with each other and share pictures and whatnot. So I got Graham to show me how to do all of that today. So I have now set up a Discord community group for my site, Life's a Story. I have added a link to, if you go to my channel on YouTube and then you go to my About page where my website link is, there's now a Discord link. I've made the link so that it's anyone and everyone can use it and there's no expiry. So if you'd like to join the new Discord group I have set up, please feel free. You're all welcome to do so. Just jump on the link and then accept the invite. I am eventually going to add it to my actual website, but I'm currently not sure how to do that because, as I've explained, my website has been set up so it's easy to find posts based on the month, but there's no separate pages. And I have spoken to the happiness engineers and I've got emails there regarding the help that I need. It's just that I haven't had a chance to look at them or respond or deal with any of it because, let's face it, I've wasted enough time and my assignment has to be top priority. As soon as my assignment is done, I will be taking a day for just me without dealing with the rest of it and the next one and all the bullshit. And then I will start figuring out my website because, as most of us are aware, these stories, the way I share and talk to all of you, mean far more to me than any of the rest of it. And on saying that, I'm going to say I'm so happy. Today is 251 days in a row of telling stories. And I officially have 292 subscribers. So thank you so much to all of you wonderful people. I love you all. You make this so cool for me. Just, it warms my heart. All right. So if you like my videos, please like my videos. That would be great. Please subscribe and please share with all your friends. So definitely, that's awesome. I'm in a much better, I was in a good mood anyway from talking to my friends, but sharing with all of you just puts me in the best mood usually, I'm feeling really good. And I also have some other fantastic news. So I said yesterday that I had emailed my psychologist and explained to her why I do not believe continuing to attend group therapy is beneficial for me. I really thought she was going to try and talk me out of it, and she didn't at all. She actually fully understood exactly what I was saying and why. And she said there's absolutely no charges, like I won't be getting charged for the fact that I'm cancelling. Thank goodness. I will be going in and seeing her in person on Thursday. So I do need to go and buy myself a new stand, because I'll show you. This is the current stand, right, that I use if I'm not using my laptop, yeah? But it's not very big, as we can see, yeah? So I think like the biggest it can go is like that, yeah? The thing is, though, I've now seen her office. So it's the, the big beautiful chairs and the couch and whatnot. But the table, like if I'm sitting at my desk, right? Let's see if we can see this, yeah? So if I'm sitting at my desk there, the table's a lot shorter, right? And it's just going to be a really fucking weird angle. So all of this is going towards my career anyway. As we know, I've got the big stand one, which is fantastic. I need to feed Sebastian. There is a dead bunny in my fridge right as we speak. I don't know if it's fully defrosted, so it'll either be today or tomorrow. But I cannot obviously take that to my therapist's office. So I'm going to go and purchase like a sort of like a longer one that can sit on a desk, but that can like sort of, what am I trying to say? That I can put in a bag so it's not as obvious, yeah? Speaking about Sebastian though, I am at the point where I love him. I truly love my baby, my giant freaking almost 9 foot long snake, but he's still my baby. But I fully believe that I cannot continue to look after him by myself. So I messaged the man who I get the rabbits from and asked him if he knows of anyone that might be interested. But I also decided to call the pet store that I go to regularly for anything I need for Boss, and where I take Boss to give him a bath. And I explained my situation to them, and I was like, look, I've had him since I was 19. It's been 18 years. He is so big. And again, like I even said to them, it's not even so much how long he is. It's not the length of him. It's the fact that it's like he's just expanded to this point where I love him, but even when he's out and about and he's in his tank, his enclosure, like, he's too big. He is too big, and I don't know, it's not right for me to keep him, I don't believe. And they were really, really helpful, and they have said they're going to look into it for me. So they said that they'd call me in a few days once they've sort of rung around and done whatever it is that they plan to do. So for all I know, this may even be the last time that I feed him, because the license is due to be renewed. The license runs out because obviously to have a pet snake, you very much need a wildlife license. My wildlife license expires at the end of this month, and I haven't paid for it because if he ends up going, there is no need for me to continue to have it. So as much as I am, sad that I can no longer keep him, I know it's for the best for both of us. So I'm really, really praying that someone nice can take him, because like I said to the pet store and the guy that I get the rabbits from. Like, yes, I can put them online and I can sell them, but it's not about that to me. I don't want them to go to someone that I don't know, whereas obviously wherever he goes, I won't know them per se, but if I know someone who knows them, or if I know the pet store is, you know, gone to the trouble of figuring this out or whatnot, like that will make me feel better. So yeah. Anyway, I still have heaps to do. It's now 2:19 because I've been talking for 25 minutes and 25 and a half minutes. I've got to do this bloody discussion. So I'm going to work on that after this. Boss is getting cranky because he wants to be walked. But it's like, not often that I don't walk him these days. I walked him yesterday. It was good. I did clean up the backyard yesterday with the full preparation of mowing the lawns in the afternoon yesterday because I just had enough of my assignment. But that is when the platform people called me to make sure everything was sorted out for the support job. So I was hoping to get my lawns mowed this afternoon, but given the fact that it's now 2:20 and I still haven't done any work whatsoever on my assignment today, that may end up having to be done tomorrow morning because, as we know, I'm not going to uni tomorrow. I'm not totally sure when Andrew needs his lawnmower back, but it will be done no later than tomorrow is my goal anyway, because I do have therapy on Thursday at 2, which I'm going into. I need to go to the chemist to pick up all the medication that I've called on Thursday or Friday about that I still haven't gone and got, and as I've said, I need to go and get a stand. Though I'm hoping I might be able to like order that online and just go pick it up. But anyway, I need to stop talking because I'm pretty sure I could just continue to keep talking, but you know, I've hit 27 and a bit minutes. So like I said, if you would like to join the Discord group, please feel free. The link is there for you to do that. Please note though that I'm brand new to Discord. I don't really know almost anything about it, and it's going to take me a while to get my head around it. So if you're messaging me and I'm not responding, I'm not being rude, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just not fully sure about it. And like I've said, until this assignment is submitted, that is my first and foremost top priority. But that's me for now. Thank you again once, and like to all of you. You are just making me so happy. And yeah, I'm just sending love and light to you all. And I am wishing you all a lovely Tuesday. Talk later.